my name is Alta Price. I translate from German and Italian into English, and I'm thrilled to be bringing you today Juli Zeh's stunning novel, Neujahr, forthcoming from World Editions later this year in my translation with the title New Year. Our main character is named Henning. His wife is Teresa. They have two small children, Bibi and Jonas. The entire family has gone on vacation between Christmas and New Year's in the Canary Islands, and Henning is essentially discovering that wherever you go, there you are. I'll be reading you an excerpt from the first section of the book. The past year wasn't good to him. Although by some measures everything was going smoothly, no major illnesses, no deaths, Henning lived with the constant suspicion a catastrophe was about to occur. Meanwhile, it had begun pouncing, not just at night, but even in broad daylight. Between attacks, he wrestled with the dread preceding the next attack. What's more, attacks aside, he hadn't found a balance between work and family. Life felt relentless. He couldn't finish anything and didn't have enough time for anything. He and Teresa work half-days, divvying up childcare and their careers. It's important to them. They took it upon themselves to make this model work with their respective employers, although Teresa's accounting firm was rather more cooperative than the left-leaning nonfiction publishing house where Henning worked. The publisher went so far as to indirectly threaten to fire him, and only gave in when he promised to take work home with him. A full day's work for a half-day's pay, Teresa termed it. But this way he can fully participate in their day-to-day life. Time management, those are the magic words. He often sits at his manuscript-covered desk in the early morning or late-night hours, nevertheless worrying he just can't focus as intently on the books as he used to. Luckily, none of the authors have complained yet. The main thing was not to do as their parents had done. As a single parent, Henning's mother had worked herself to the bone, and Teresa's mother was solely responsible for the kids while her husband was off at work. So Teresa and Henning agreed from the very start that they wanted something else, something more contemporary, 50-50 rather than 24/7. Shortly after Jonas was born, the landlord of their 3-bedroom apartment in Göttingen renovated the attic of their building, created 6 small dorm-style apartments with a tiny kitchen and a tiny bathroom, plus an extra room that was even smaller, wedged as it was under the steeply sloped roof. Henning and Teresa rent one of these many apartments as a home office. Henning likes it up there. The room's narrowness, the simple carpeted floors, the empty fridge, the drip coffee machine in the kitchen all remind him of his student days, of a time when he believed everything would be fine simply because he'd managed to move away from home. But Teresa's the one who uses the office most. Because she earns more, Henning feels it's only fair that he takes on more of the housework, and Teresa gives him the impression she expects as much. After mornings at the publishing house, he picks up Bibi and Jonas from nursery school, cooks lunch, puts his little girl down for a nap, and plays Legos with Jonas for an hour. Then they all go to the playground. When Teresa leaves the home office in the late afternoon, Henning is usually out getting groceries with the kids or has already begun preparing dinner. Sometimes on weekends, Teresa offers to take care of the kids for a half day, so he has a few hours to himself. Sometimes he says he should get some work done, but just as often he says it'd be nice for all 4 of them to do something together. So he packs Bibi's diaper bag, and they all drive off to the nearby nature preserve. In reality, he's already gotten too used to spending most of his time with the kids. No matter how much they stress him out or get on his nerves, when left alone, he no longer knows what to do with himself. There are so many things he hasn't done in so long. Cycling, reading, listening to music, hanging out with friends. But this coming year will be different. From now on, he'll ride 3 days a week, at least 3, no matter what else is going on. Teresa will be supportive. She'll be glad he's finally doing something again. She always says it's just a matter of time management. Doing is an important word for Teresa. For her, doing something is indicative of a successful life. We need to be doing something again can mean virtually anything. A shared activity, spring cleaning, vacation planning, having friends over for dinner, visiting family, or reviewing their budget. But to Henning's ear, doing usually sounds like some kind of threat. His keyword is functioning. Ultimately, everything in life comes down to whether something functions adequately, and as long as things do, you don't really need to be doing anything else.